Hello, our lovely friends. Welcome to another exciting episode of our podcast. We're so thrilled to have you here with us today.
And today we've got a super enjoyable topic lined up for you. Trust me, you're going to love this one.
This one's so relatable because, let's be honest, we all want happiness and peace in our lives. Our topic today is the world's most peaceful country and happiest people.
But before we dive into the conversation, remember, you're here to learn English too. If you notice any new words, note them down. This is your chance to improve your listening skills and, of course, work on your conversation skills with us.
So, Kirsten, let me ask you this. Are you happy in your life?
That's an interesting question, James. To be honest, I'd say yes, I'm happy. But not as much as I'd like to be.
Oh, I see. That's a pretty honest answer. It sounds like you've found some happiness, but there's still room for more, huh?
Yes, exactly. I think everyone has those moments where they're happy, but there's always something more they're striving for, you know?
Well, that's a great point. But let's dive a bit deeper. What do you think the true definition of happiness is?
That's a tough one. I'd say happiness is different for everyone. For me, it's a sense of peace, contentment, and doing what you love. It's not just about big achievements or material things. It's more about enjoying the little moments and being at peace with where you are in life. What about you, James? What's your take on happiness?
I love that perspective. For me, happiness is about balance. It's about having meaningful relationships, pursuing my passions, and feeling fulfilled in what I do. It's also about being grateful for the present moment, rather than constantly looking for the next thing.
Wow, that's really nice, and I love how you put it. It's true. Gratitude and balance are key.
You know, we often think that the richest people must be the happiest because they have everything they want. But do you think wealth truly brings more happiness? Or is there something deeper at play here?
That's an interesting question, James. I think wealth can bring comfort and security, but it doesn't guarantee happiness. Sometimes people with a lot of money feel more pressure, loneliness, or emptiness. True happiness comes from within, and having meaningful relationships, purpose, and peace of mind can't be bought. What do you think, James?
You know what? Let's throw this question to you, our awesome listeners. Do you think rich people are happier than everyone else? Or is there more to happiness than just money? We'd love to hear what you think. Drop a comment.
Well, James, are celebrities really as happy as they seem?
Wow, that's an interesting question, Kirsten. No one's ever asked me that before. I mean, on the surface, celebrities seem like they have everything: fame, money, and luxury. But do you think that's enough to guarantee true happiness?
Exactly. We see them buying expensive cars, wearing the latest designer clothes, and eating at the finest restaurants. It seems like they've got everything. But do you think all of that material stuff really makes them happy, James?
That's the million-dollar question, right? Luxuries might bring some temporary excitement, but happiness, in the long run, seems to come from deeper things like personal fulfillment, relationships, and peace of mind.
Many celebrities struggle with their mental health, loneliness, and the pressures that come with fame. It's a whole different world.
Well, Kirsten, do you think our societies play any role in our happiness and mental health? Or is it more about personal choices and individual circumstances?
Absolutely, James. I believe society plays a significant role in our happiness and mental health.
I truly agree with you. If your neighbour is good, you will feel like family. On the other hand, if your neighbour is bad or unfriendly, you might feel isolated or even stressed in your own home. The people around us, whether it's neighbours, co-workers, or friends, can either uplift us or drain our energy.
Well said, James. We often see that neighbors are fighting. They don't like each other at all. They gossip about one another and create unnecessary tension. This kind of negativity can make life so much harder, especially when you're supposed to feel relaxed and safe in your community.
Okay, let's talk about something different. What makes a country peaceful?
That's an interesting question, James. I think a peaceful country is built on several key factors. First, good governance plays a huge role.
Yes, when leaders are fair and just and work for the well-being of all citizens, it creates a sense of trust and stability.
Yeah. Second, access to education and healthcare is essential because an informed and healthy population is better equipped to resolve conflicts and contribute to society.
If you ask me about the most peaceful countries name list, I would say countries like Iceland, New Zealand, and Denmark come to mind. They consistently rank high on global peace indexes. These countries focus on equality, social welfare, and maintaining a low crime rate.
Plus, they have strong systems in place for education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. It's inspiring to see how much harmony can be achieved when a nation prioritizes these values.
But you know, Kirsten, people nowadays are frustrated and depressed for various reasons, even in peaceful countries. The pressures of modern life, like financial stress, work demands, and social media comparisons, can take a toll on mental health.
That's right. Imagine in old times, like in villages, people used to lead simple lives. They didn't have the constant distractions of technology or the pressures of keeping up with others on social media.
Yes. In short, their lives were more focused on family, community, and basic needs. They spent more time outdoors, worked with their hands, and relied on each other for support.
They also needed money, but they didn't rely on it as heavily as we do today. Bartering and self-sufficiency were common. They grew their own food, made their own clothes, and built their own homes. Life was less about material wealth and more about meeting basic needs and enjoying the simple pleasures of life.
How can we find happiness in tiny things, Kirsten? I mean, in today's world, it feels like we're always chasing bigger goals. But what about the small joys in life?
That's such a wonderful thought, James. I think happiness in tiny things starts with gratitude. When we appreciate the small blessings, like a warm cup of tea on a rainy day, a kind word from a friend, or even just watching the sunset, we realize how rich life truly is.
Absolutely. It's about being mindful, isn't it? Take a moment to savor the present instead of always worrying about the future or dwelling on the past.
Exactly. It's also about simplifying our lives. Sometimes we overcomplicate things with too many choices and distractions. Focusing on what truly matters, family, health, or a hobby, can make even the smallest moments feel significant.
So true. Happiness isn't always about the destination. It's about enjoying the journey and finding beauty in the little things along the way.
Well said, James. Life is full of tiny miracles. We just need to slow down and notice them.